Hi boys and girls, today we're going to learn how to keep a number journal and all the different ways that we can use numbers in our world. My name is Miss Price and I'm a third grade teacher at Rosewood Elementary School. Today we're going to learn how to keep a number journal. So you need a deck of cards, or you can just pick your own two numbers. We are going to use three two-digit numbers. So our first number we're going to use is 37. I'm going to write 37 down. And then I'm going to build another two-digit number. This time it's 24. And our last three-digit number is going to be 53. So in our number journal, the first thing we're going to do is order our numbers from least to greatest. So remember that least means the number that is the smallest, and greatest means the number that is the biggest. So when we are comparing numbers, we are going to look at our biggest place value, and we're going to see which number has the smallest place. So if we look in the tens place, in each of these numbers, we can see which one is the smallest, and we can see that 24 is our smallest number. Next, we can see that 3 comes after the 2, so 37 will be next, and then our greatest number is 53. So our numbers in order from least to greatest are 24, 37, and 53. So the next thing that we're going to do is represent our numbers in base 10 blocks. So if you remember, base 10 blocks are these little blue blocks that you use frequently at school. And your rod is worth 10 and your unit is worth 1. So we're going to build them and then we're just going to draw them on our piece of paper. So for 24, we have 2 rods and we have 4 units. For 37, we have 3 rods and we have 7 units. And then for 53, we have 5 rods and 3 units. So you can even tell and double check your least to greatest with your base 10 blocks to see we have 2 rods, 3 rods, and then 5 rods to double check. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is write each number in expanded form. So remember, expanded form is when you pull the values out of each digit in your number. So for 24, we're going to say that 24 equals, and we can use our base 10 blocks to help us, 2 rods is 20 plus our 4 units. And then for 37, we have our 3 rods, which is 30, plus our 7 units. And then for 53, we have 5 rods, which is 50, plus 3. So we've pulled the values out of each digit. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do is representing the numbers in coins. So if we have 24 cents, we're going to draw our coins to show how we can represent 24 cents. So we could do 2 dimes because they're both worth 10 cents, and then we can do 4 pennies because they are both worth, or they are all worth 1 cent. So we have 24 cents. All right, next for 37, we can use a quarter. A quarter is worth 25 cents. And then we can add a dime, which is 10 cents. 25 plus 10 is 35. And then we can add 2 pennies at 1 cent each to equal 37 cents. All right, then next for 53 cents, we can start with a quarter. And we can add another quarter, so 25 plus 25 is 50 cents. And then we can have 3 pennies. Which equals our 53 cents. All right, so the next thing that we can do with our numbers is determine whether they are even or odd. So an even number is a number that can be split into 2 groups evenly and have nothing left over, and an odd number is a number that can't be split into 2 groups because there's something left over. So if we take our 24, we want to look in our ones place, and we know that 4 is an even number, so 24 is going to be even. I'm just going to label this up underneath. All right, then if we go to 37 and look at the 7, we know that 7 can't be split evenly because there would be 4 in one group and 3 in the other, which makes 37 odd. And then we have 53. So if we look at the ones place and we look at the 3, we can see that 3, we would have 2 in one group and 1 in the other. So that also makes 53 odd. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is you're just going to pick 2 of the numbers and we're going to add them together. So for me, for adding, we are going to take our base 10 representations, our drawings that we already have, and we're going to use those to help us. So we are going to add 24 and 37 together. So if we look at our 24 and our 37, we already have 2 rods and 4 ones, and then we have 3 rods and 7 ones. If we combine all of our ones, we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we combine our rods, we have 3 and then we have 2, so that gives us 5. But we also have to look that we have 10 units right here. And when we have 10 units, we know that we have to exchange that for a rod. So that now gives us 6 rods and 1 unit. So 24 plus 37 is 61. All right, then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to pick 2 numbers and we're going to find the difference of them. Remember that the difference is just another word for saying that we are going to subtract. So this time we are going to take 37 and we are going to take away 24. So when we do this, we're going to start in our ones place and we're going to take 4 away. So we're going to cross out 4 units. So that leaves us with 3 units, and we have 2 rods, and we're going to cross out 2 rods, and that leaves us with 1 rod. So 37 minus 24 is 13. All right, so your challenge with your number journal, after you've completed all of these and we've dug into our numbers, my challenge for you is to write a word problem, pick 2 numbers and create a word problem. And then after you complete your word problem, Take it and show it to somebody in your house, your mom, your dad, your older brother, your younger sister, and explain to them what you did with all of your numbers for the day. I hope you enjoyed learning how we can use numbers in our house to kind of refresh what we've learned with numbers. You can do a lot of things with simple numbers and a simple deck of playing cards.